Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is NaijaBrandChick, aka NaijaBrandChick. Here I help you to dominate and monetize social media. I want to ask you, did your staff refuse to come back after the holidays? They went for New Year, went for Christmas, and they're not coming back. You did everything you're supposed to do. You gave them rice, you gave them groundnut oil, you actually gave them 13th month. You did all you can. You did party, and yet they still did not come back. Are you asking yourself, what can you do differently? And you feel so frustrated. You wish there was something you can do to make sure that this does not always occur. Trust me, my girl, I've been there, done that always. And I'm going to show you how to retain staff in 2022. If you are here for the first time, this is my YouTube channel. I teach you about social media marketing, African entrepreneurship, as well as business growth. If this interests you, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel because every week, I drop a video that will help you. Put on your notification and also put me as your favorite. Am I not your favorite? Tell me, am I not your favorite? In my last video, I mentioned that I'll be giving shout out to 2 business owners who actually put up a comment here and also shared it on their stories on Instagram. So make sure you watch to the end to know who these 2 business owners are. All right, so let's start up. I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can possibly help to retain staff in 2022. See, I don't have the magic wand, but these things that I've done has actually helped me to keep staff for a long time. I have my driver who has worked with me for close to 10 years. I have my nanny who has worked with me for close to 7 years. Like, I'm giving you statistics. So there are going to be a few bad eggs, but the majority will be leaving because it's time to leave or something, not because you are not paying them well or you are not giving them all the incentives. Let's just balance it up, right? Let's just imagine that you're paying well, you're doing all you're supposed to do, and you just still have that high turnover of staff leaving, and you want to reduce it. So I'm going to show you the little things that I do as a business owner to help retain staff. And I hope you will take out 1 or 2 things, tweak it to your own business. I'm going to be reading from my phone today because I kept out some points. These are things that I've done, and I'm sharing my own pointers, okay? I hope it's going to help you too. So number 1, I want you to be ready to share the profit with them. I know you are not ready to always give out your profit, but I have realized that when you give or motivate your staff, right, with money, sometimes it helps. Let me explain what I mean. Okay, if for instance, you're selling this cup, so I'm going to be using this cup as an example. You're selling this cup, right? And you sell this cup for 5,000 naira. Just an instance, okay? And your target this month is for you to sell 100 of this cup. So you can actually tell your staff, if we hit the target of 100 cups, right? And you exceed it, anything after the one that has been exceeded, I will give you so and so percent. Now, you will just see your staff wanting to sell more because they want to get extra money. I know you're already paid salary. I know that you're a good woman. I know that you're a good man. You're doing well. But if you see this thing that I'm telling you about, telling them that they would gain more things just by, helping you to sell more. See, I started doing this thing for a long time and it has actually worked so well. And when you do it, people feel like they are part of the community, part of your business well. It's not like I'm just coming to just take salary and I just move on. They feel like there's a sense of responsibility for them. And then they'll start counting their money. And please, whenever they hit their goals, do not forget to pay them. Some of you will now start giving excuses. This one was done here, this one was done. Don't do that. Don't be that wicked boss. Just give them the money because they deserve it. So whenever you have that kind of target, you can put it, that's the way I do it. You put it in such a way that they hit a certain amount, then anything afterwards will now be shared. Or you can you hit a certain amount. If you exceed to this a certain amount, if you reach 150 sales of the cup, you will now be able to get 1% of the whole 150 sales. Anyone you want to do, it's fine. Just make sure that you keep to your word because they are going to work their way to make sure they make the sales, okay? So please keep to your word. Another thing I want to say that if you can, maybe if you're in a logistics business and all, do not pay your staff in that logistics business salaries. Pay them percentages. This is very important. I don't know whether to say this is a number 2 or this is a continuation of number 1, but this is something I do. I have done it since 2017, sorry. And it has worked very well for me. Let me explain. I have dispatch riders, and for every time I used to pay salary, let's just say I give you a flat fee of 40K, 50K as your salary. One thing I noticed is that they know that at the end of the month, they will get their money. Whether they work or not, they will surely get their money. So you see, they're not so keen to do more. They're not so keen to go and do long delivery or do anything. They'll just be wasting time. They are very, not so motivated to do work. One of those days, I was on my way to drop my children at school, and I noticed that one of my riders was on the road eating by the side of he went to eat on the side of the road, and he carried customers' orders, and he just left it and he went to go and eat. And it's because he's being paid salary, because at the end of the day, you still pay him his money. He'll go and deliver late. You're the one who have complaints with customers saying, oh, you guys deliver late and all that stuff. So I tweaked it. I changed it from, paying you a flat fee to having an agreement. I say, okay, this is my bike. Let's say this is my bike again. Remember, I'm going to be using this cup as a lot of things, so get used to it. So let's say this is my bike. I'm going to be the one in charge of the papers. I'm going to be the one in charge of all the documenting from the government. I'm going to take care of that. But that is the rider, will be in charge of maintenance, will be in charge of fueling, will be in charge of their recharge card for their call. If there's a need for you to borrow money for all those things, I will give you, but I'll deduct the money at the end of the month. And then I take a certain percentage I give them the higher percentage. So let's say from 70% upwards, and I take the 30%. Okay, so that is it. So now I've given you 70%. You have money, but you are going to do the maintenance. You're going to do the fueling of the bike. You're going to get recharge card for your business, for yourself. So it's as if they own the business. But the thing is that they don't own the bike. It's my bike. I handle everything. And then for you to also, checkmate if these people are actually maintaining your bike well, you can actually have a roadside bike repairer who comes once in a month to just check everything. And if there's any problem, before you pay them their salary, you ask that guy, is there anything we need to deduct? And you remove it. That has worked for me a long time. And because of it, I see some of my riders who are going to now start buzzing my customer service. Madam, what's up now? When I never sell, we need to go and do delivery, because they know that they have targets. They want to sell a certain amount of money in the year. And to me, delivery is not my core business. So it is easy for me to do that kind of structure. So, but percentage works. So, since I started that, I've noticed that I don't really have so much issues with them coming to me for this, for that. If they have issues with the government officials like last month, all that stuff, they will be the one to sort it out themselves. I will pay and then I'll deduct it. So that way I am making sure that everyone is responsible for their issues, and I'm not paying for things, because before what I used to do is I'll pay you salary, I'll repair the bike, I would fuel the bike, I will do everything for you, and at the end of the day, you check the cost of changing parts, doing this, just so many things. And I just, stop. Then I also, let me leave this gist about this logistics, but I am very good with logistics business, so I need to start it. But, I had to do so many negotiations so that in case my bike starts having wear and tear, the dispatcher doesn't always have to pay for repairs all the time. So number 2, give them more than just money. Sometimes your staff, they need more than money. They love the fact that you can pay them salaries, but they want you to encourage them. They want you to acknowledge them. They want you to show some, show some care. that you actually know that they are putting in the work and you are there for them. Be that kind of person who is going to give them more than money. How do I mean? I'm going to give you a little story. There's a staff of mine that I had at a time who had never ever had anybody give her a birthday present. Never never. She can't even remember when that has ever happened to her. So one of the policies in my company is that everybody gets a cake on their birthday. Sometimes it doesn't work like that because COVID, business can go down sometimes, but we try our best possible to keep that, okay? And that was some few years back, and we gave her this cake, and she was like crying. And like, wow, she's never received any gift, talk less of a cake on her birthday. And that was something that was like, amazing. So what do we do? Simple. We try to connect with a cake business owner and tell the person, okay, for the whole year, we're going to be needing you to help us supply cake for so. And because we're doing it in bulk, the person would help to reduce costs. And we don't need anything fancy. We're not asking you to design or start writing somebody's name, happy birthday. We're not doing all that. We just want to show care. We want to show that we appreciate. We want to show that we acknowledge the work that you're doing. And that actually goes a long way. So sometimes it's not just about the money that you're giving your staff. It's actually the fulfillment they get from working with you, the love and care that you give. Number 3, give them monthly set goals. Let me explain, okay? There's something I started doing in my nanny at home. As I'm telling, when I talk about staff, I'm talking about nannies, drivers, your office workers, all of them are all staff, So there's something I started doing with my staff at home, my nanny. My children are of age to start, working in the kitchen, cleaning the house, doing some of this domestic work, but I'm not always around. And I don't want to have children grow up who cannot cook. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. My first son has to learn how to cook. My second son, same with my daughter. So I want to make sure that at this time, before they even get into secondary school, that they can be able to do house chores, be able to cook rice. Even if you cannot cook stew, there will be stew for you to microwave. Like, I want you to be able to do some level of work, right? So I called my nanny. I told her, girl, see, this year we have been doing nanny work, but this year I want us to do something different, okay? She said, okay, yes, ma, what is it? I said, see, every month we're going to write down what we want to achieve with these my kids. So you're going to tell me, madam, this month, your first child will be able to put on the gas, using that as an example, wash clothes in the washing machine, sweep the parlor, arrange the bed. I'm just giving you just example. So this is what the first will do. The second will be able to wash plates, just giving them chores that we know that can be manageable. And by the end of the month, we should say that he can do this. We can say he can put on gas. He can wash clothes in the washing machine. He can put food in the microwave. This is just how I want it to be done. And she said, yes. I said, if you do this, this is the goal, if this is at the end of this month, this is what we're supposed to get. And we can see that my son is doing it, my daughter is doing it. Don't worry. There's going to be an incentive. Come and see. Hey, my house. Come and see my children. And the beautiful part of it is that my children love the fact that they're doing the work. They love it. So my daughter will come, carry stool, stand, and she's washing plates. Mommy, I'm washing plates. I say, yes, go ahead and be washing the plate. My son will come and tell me, Mommy, I am about to cook spaghetti. I say, yes, go ahead. So I as a businesswoman, remember we always say we are going to have it all. I'm trying to have meetings, and my kids are in the kitchen. This one is washing plates. This one is putting clothes inside the washing machine. The other one is arranging their bed, and the other one is arranging the parlor. Like, they are working. So, and she's doing it. She's making sure they do the work. She's not one doing anything. She's just guiding them. Okay, do it like this. No, do it like that. Do it like that. So I have a nanny. Yes, I'm paying her, but she's making sure that my children, at the end of the day, do the work. And when they do the work, guess who is going to enjoy tomorrow? It's me. Because at the end of the day, they're happy. I'm happy. I can see they're more domesticated. They're doing a lot of work in the house. They're excited. They can go to their school and say, oh, I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. You know, with time, we even had a plan, like from June, July, we should be having them to be cooking beans, boiling egg. Like, we're getting there, right? That's how we want to do it. Because I want, that's for me personally, I want that when my children enter secondary school, all of them, not just the first one, but when all of them enter secondary school, I don't want to have nannies all in the house. I want them to be the ones doing the work. And it is now that we have to be able to train them. And if I can't always be there to train them because I'm not around, maybe I'm busy or something, then I just improvise by talking to my nannies. And guess what? The work is getting done. All right, so number 4, I want you to celebrate them. Take your time and celebrate your staff. Is it their birthday? Call them, sing song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Make them feel like they're on top of the world. Make them feel like they belong here. If there's something that's happening, even if you cannot go, allow your staff members to come together and go and visit. Maybe someone gave birth in the company, or something happened to someone is getting married, or someone's parents died, or they need, someone should represent. Celebrate them, be there for them, work with them, show them that is beyond just asking them to make money for you. And when they see that, there's no poaching in this world that can ever take your staff home. There's no poaching. There's no, like, they will be there for you. And even if they want someone wants to poach them, right? They will come and tell you. Some of them will. I know that they are still the rare ones who are very, 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 but the ones, they will come and say, madam, you have been there for me. You have loved me like a sister. You have loved me like a daughter. They'll come and tell you. But they will tell you. They will not. Some of them, those ones are even the ones that will even give you 1 month's notice. They will give, not those ones that will just say, go. They will just leave. They will not tell you nothing. Okay? So celebrate your staff. Not every time you're angry. Every time you're shouting. Every time shouting. What is it? If this job that you're shouting at them at, can you even do it? Sometimes you can't. Let's face the facts. And even if you can do it, the time you made a mistake, who sacked you? Tell me, who sacked you? Is it because it's your business? Let us be very, very realistic with ourselves in this 2022. Let's just be. So if someone makes a mistake, it's not, you're fired. What is it? There should be room for mistakes. There should be room for understanding and, helping out. So that's where you know who is here for you and who is not there for you. And my number 5, help them to save a certain percentage of their salary for the future. That thing can actually, it's in 2 ways. Let me break it down. Okay, imagine you have staff right now. This is January, and you're going to pay salary by the end of the month. And you announce to them that you want to help them to save. You want to help them to do better. So compulsory, right? Everybody in the company has to give you a certain percentage for you to save. And that you're going to match it to a certain amount. That matching can be, maybe if you put it in all these investments, I don't want to call anyone, but any good one, not the one that you go and take your staff money. Be careful. But, you put it up in a place that will give you a certain return per annum, even if it's 10% per annum. So you can tell your staff that I'm going to be helping you to invest this amount of money. By the end of the year, you can only take it by the end of the year or something. And that means that you are going to get 10% of extra of that money that you have saved per annum. So let's say you took 10,000 naira and every month you're taking 10,000 naira. So that will be how much? 120,000 naira in 1 year. And then you now add an extra 10% on top of it because that is what the investment company is giving, right? That's a lot of money. And if your staff wants to just jump and leave, they will not jump and leave. Where are they going? You have it, their money now. They have to tell you so that you can liquidate the money and give you. Do you understand? Wisdom is profitable to direct. So because you're with their money, you're saving it for them, indirectly, you're also using it as a way to hold them back. So you're not saying, okay, anytime they want to say, oh, ma, please, we want to resign, they will give you 1 month notice. They'll give you a certain period of time. They can't just jump and leave. Do you understand? Or you also make it clear that, oh, maybe the investment can only be broken after 1 year. If all these things done, they will think about it. If they say, okay, if you take it now, you're not going to get anything on top. So they want to stay because they want extra money. So these things actually, what kind of things that actually help to keep them. Another thing else you can do is that if you have bonuses, maybe if you do 13th month, and when you do that 13th month, January, you're not seeing anybody. Why don't you move that 13th month to the next year? So when I was working with my oil servicing company, they don't pay any bonus, anything till March. If they pay the 13th bonus now, they will not pay you any bonus till March. So if you want, you can incorporate that. You may tweak it. You can say maybe your 13th month will be paid in March. That way, you have to come back if you want it. Just look for a way to just work something that works for you and works for them too. This is not their salaries, remember. So don't go and say, oh, I'm not going to pay you salary till March. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that their 13th month, that is the extra one you want to give. Or maybe their bonuses, you want to spread it out. Or say, okay, bonuses will be paid in January ending. So that means for you to get that bonus in January ending, you have to come back, okay? So all those things, you so think about the vacation balance and all those stuff. Think about all of that together and now know how you can spread it out so that they stay more, so that you're not going to be stranded in January when people are not even getting anybody at all. So that's actually the whole plan, okay? So if that works for you, it's awesome. Then another thing again that I do, I think this is like a bonus, is that I enroll them into healthcare systems. This is very important. There are many HMOs that are out there that are very cheap and SME friendly. All you need to do is to find one. Just find one and register. The one we use is 1,600 naira per month. And that is really, really cheap. So the last time, one of my staff was very ill, very, very ill, and she had to be rushed to the hospital. She stayed in the hospital for how many days? And she was not charged 1 naira. 1 naira. Her bill on a normal day would have been like 250K, and she was not charged 1 naira, all because I have been paying for HMO of 1,600 naira. So think about that. Think about how that could be changing her life and wanted to stay more and work with you. Because she came back and said, oh my God, they did not charge me. I say, yes, they will not charge you. Just so many people who don't know that this is actually part of it. Do the pension if you can. Help them to save. Help them to be better. Sometimes ask them, what is your plan in the next 5 years? What do you want to do aside working for me? Be there to listen to them. Know their goals, their aspirations. Okay, sometimes you may even, one of the reasons why they're even behaving the way they're behaving is because they're having so many family issues. Husband is dragging them there, wife is dragging them there, children are dragging them there, teachers, there are so many problems. Look for ways to work around it. I had a staff that always had issues with, she had no nanny and she had so much work to hand her children. Everything was just on her. And we had to look for a balance. She could not come to work by 8 o'clock. And good is that her job does not require her to come by 8. We had to have a balance. Okay, girl, you'll come to work from 10:30, but make sure that everything is done. And it was fine. She's good at what she does. She delivers in everything she does, but she just can't meet up by 8 o'clock because she had to do school runs and all that. And we gave her time. So be very flexible with your staff. And when you do that, they will know that this woman wants our best interest at heart. So think out of the box, help your staff, celebrate them, save for them, invest for them, be there for them, and just do these things and you will see. Give them more responsibilities. Give them more, and you just see how your business will change astronomically. So when you see, NaijaBrandChick, how is she doing it? She's always on Instagram, always dancing, always talking, always doing it, always doing that. Just note that this is the part of the things that I do. If you want to learn more of other secrets that I use to make sure that I'm always killing it on social media, killing it in my home, not always, but you know how we are this, even on the social media, say sometimes we're not even cleaning. Anyways, but you understand where I'm coming from. But if you want to know, just comment and let me know what you want to learn. I'm very excited to also share with you because, hey, we need to make sure we keep growing. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. The plan is for me to hit 10,000 subscribers this month. I want to hit 7,000. Come and help my ministry. Try your friends, everybody. They should subscribe to my channel. So as discussed last week, I will be sharing out to you 2 of my CSS, which simply means my people who comment, who subscribe, and also share to their Instagram stories right here, and also trying to share back that love and also support your own business. So if it's something you're also interested in, also make sure you also share, watch to the end, and tell other people about me. So here is the first person, and here is what she does. And also, this is the second person and what she does. Please help me to patronize these people, buy from them. And also, if you want me to mention you in my YouTube channel, all you need to do is comment, watch to the end, subscribe, and put it up on your Instagram stories and tag me. You can be the next person I will be putting up on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, this is NaijaBrandChick.